see the light.
Welcome to the Center of Light with spiritual teacher, intuitive, musician, composer, and best-selling author of The Divine Principle, Anchoring Heaven on Earth, your host, Keith Anthony Blanchard.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Center of Light. Y'all know who I am. I know who you are, but I like acknowledging those beautiful people who are here. Let's start off by doing that. Tonight's presentation is Epilogue, the beginning of the end. This is not about the end. Let's get out of that noise from the get-go. This is about the end of an era that we're living in, where things have been breaking down. I'm going to reveal that a little later. Let me acknowledge everyone who is here. Hello, Anna Cummins, Fairchild, Will Height, Melissa McElroy, Priceless, Princess, hello. Dora Cardiro, Teresa, hope you're well, baby girl. I've been thinking about you. Diana Howe, Pri, Leanne Wilmot, blessings. Matt Wolfmeyer, Tammy Chapooks, Han. Keith Anthony Blanchard's here. Lawrence Irby, Carmen Skia. Thank you, Priceless, for sharing. Everyone, if you will, share this to you all. Share this to whatever groups you may be a part of. Jackie Atwell, precious lady. Christina Brown. Christina with a K. Christina Brown. Hi, Christina. Maria. Jim Angelo and Tattoo. Man, back in the day in South Louisiana, Jim Angelo probably still is, I'm sure. Phenomenal tattoo artist. Guitar playing, gunslinging. Wow, he was phenomenal. I remember it so clearly. Adana. Arjun. Doug McMinn. Everyone else I can't name because the feed has moved. Let's see who Facebook says is here in this little box. Elwood. Kelly. John Berthelot. Danny Murphy. Hi. David Staton. Yaya Sisterhood. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Let's get down to the advert section, and then we'll move on to the presentation. Welcome, everyone, to this powerful presentation. Tonight's presentation is Epilogue, the beginning of the end. Not the end of the world, not that nonsense that we see once every so often. Oh, the Bible says, or Scripture points. No. Oh, it is the end of the world. It's the end of the world for those who keep ignoring teachings such as these, and there are millions of them all around this beautiful earth that's saying simply just heads up, awaken, illuminate, heads up, heads up, heads up. Because those who are not heeding these types of teachings, their lives will be taking a back seat to all that is happening around them. But when you understand because of knowledge and information, I knew this was coming, so now you can be more firmly planted. You can be like Peter the Rock, grounded, prepared for what may be coming down the pike. I'm going to show this really quickly. I talk about this often. The great split. This is what's happening. If you look at the plane at the bottom, the plane of non-change, the guy is not even facing forward into the future. There's no possibility. There's no hope for this guy in the future. He's miserable. Doesn't know what to do. This is not belittlement. This is stating a fact. He's miserable. He does not know what to do as he moves down the plane of non-change. Time. The plane of time, which seems to never end, especially if you are one living in misery. While others are moving up this arc, up this plateau towards the plane of ever-expanding bliss because they are living in the current. This is what is transpiring. Look around. Which one are you on? Ask yourself simply, honestly, without judgment. Am I making the turn? Am I coming up the mountain? Or is life the same old, same old, same old, same old? In this feed somewhere, you will find notify me when Keith goes live. I do these often. Come the first of the year, my life is basically going to become The Truman Show with Jim Carrey. I'm going to be online channeling, vesseling spirit as much as possible. It is my passion. It is my heart. It is my life for the rest of my life. Also in this forum, you will find a group of links. You will see one for my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It helps my work to become visible. Give me some thumbs up. Leave me some comments. In my archived interviews with spiritualists, best-selling authors, doctors, scientists, God-realized men from India, so forth and so on. Healers. There's a donate link in here as well. If you support my work, I could use some tour support. It's part of the manifesting process of bringing in abundance. I stick it out there. It's a fishing lure. Spirit bites in the form of people who want to support my beautiful work. And I appreciate you because you are beautiful to me. New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. I'm going to be doing... Give me a moment, I'm multitasking. A New Year's Eve special. I'm going to have lots of bells and whistles, lots of tricks. I'm not going to disclose that just yet. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Welcome to this powerful presentation. Epilogue, the beginning of the end. World Religion Day. I am the Community Outreach Director. January 20th, Caritas Village, 2 to 4 p.m. in Memphis, Tennessee. What is happening on earth is not about earth. I say this all the time. What is happening on earth is not about the earth. I'm going to say it again, not because you don't understand, because I think you're dumb. Tanya says, we'll look for your YouTube channel. Thank you, precious. Dawn Marie Ramo, wait, hi. Carolyn Renando, hi. Kaylin, hi, darling. Peter Coyle. Also, everyone, I am Dr. Steve Stone. I am going to be Renee Cockwell, Amy White, Melanie, Elwood, Steve Kopp. I'm going, Pam. Hi, Pam Beal. Bell. I'm going to be doing a 12-week course, Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. You must purchase this book. Elwood, I am sending your book off tomorrow. Christmas holidays, I've been sick as a freaking dog. But I'm over that. You must purchase this book because the teachings are going to come from this 8 years of diligent work between 6 and 9 hours a day for 8 years. Hi, Nathan McNeil. But you must act now. January 1st is the cutoff date. 12-week course, Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. My life's work. $20 for the purchase of this book. Get it from me. I only have 2 or 3 left. You must act now. Post in this forum. Keith, I'm interested in the 12-week course. Hi, Dana. Hi, Janie. Tara's ass. Good to see Janie. Dana's up in the mountains in California. Yay. Yay. And the course is $80. You will not find this level of teaching anywhere. I will tell you this. If you join this course. Hello, Mark Hilliard. Hello, Arvine Hipata. Teresa says she's interested. Well, Teresa, already given you your gift. I'm going to be sending you your book. Teresa, I need you to remind me as soon as this presentation is over or tomorrow. Keith, I need the book. I will send it to you. Right? You and I have a special deal. Crossing the Bridge to the Soul, my 12-week course. Will the book be available on audio? Tanya, I can do audio with you. It'll still be $20, but I will send you the audio presentation of the entire course. How's that? The audio of the entire book. Cool? If this is something you like, Tanya, in this forum and or a Facebook inbox message, say, Keith, I want the course, or I want your book. You can buy the book without the course, that's fine. Either way, hello, Robert Norman Scribner. If during this course that I feel you're not getting the point that's being made at any moment, I am going to ask your permission and lovingly throw you into the river. Well, Keith, I don't know how to swim. No, that's okay. No one ever knows how to swim at the beginning. You put on some waders, you get in the water, you learn, you feel it, you feel the buoyancy, find your balance. I get it. But Keith, I don't know how to swim. I heard you twice. And Keith, I don't know how to swim. I heard you 3 times. I'm going to pick you up and I'm going to throw you into the moving river. You will learn how to swim spiritually. You will. But you don't have to worry. You're not going to drown because I'm going to be there reaching to you with a life quote preserver to pull you back into balance, to pull you into a space of understanding. Tanya says, I was born in a river. Hello, Zach. Hello, Laura Williams. Hello, Stephen George. Anastasia Nitri. Rena, I think I'm going to go into commercial break. Welcome to Center of Light. We're going into commercial break. Let me see if I finished my notes for round 1. Check this out. I made a post the other day. I shared someone's meme that said, as soon as you are born, you are given a name, a religion, a nationality, and a race. You spend the rest of your life defending a fictional reality. I meant that shit, but I meant it in a certain context. I understand people who operate from a certain mindset, heart set. They take it how they want it to, and that's okay. Let me read that again, and let me give you the 2 responses I received. As soon as you are born, you are given a name, a religion, a nationality, and a race. You spend the rest of your life defending a fictional identity. The first response is, just bullshit. Being given a name erodes identity? It is us. It's us, the cornerstone of identity. The second response, it's called your family heritage. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this. It has been the way of life for most all cultures for centuries. What do you say to that, guru? Triple question mark. Well, let me say my thoughts about that. I didn't want to call someone out. It's not necessary. But I do want to clarify my point. In fact, those 2 people's response to the post made the point. They were defending their identity. There's nothing wrong with family heritage. Absolutely correct. But does one have a solid base, a solid foundation, and understanding of who they are at their essence? If they did, the point of defending a secondary identity never would have happened. It's not about losing your family history. It's about becoming connected and conscious of your cosmic divine history. I'm going to be right back after this song from... I am still going to buy me a new chair. Bear with me. This squeaking is getting old. Lavender Soul. We are going into the studio after the first of the year. Wow, we're going to write the songs in the studio. Members of the Memphis Symphony Orchestra. Lavender Soul. This is off of Beautiful World. I'm going to send this out to Melanie because she asked for this the last time. Stick around. Be right back with the presentation on Epilogue, the beginning of the end. My name is Keith Anthony Blanchard. Happy holidays. I love you.
place you haven't tried. Your search for love is taking chances. Have you ever thought to look inside?
What am I hoping for? A better world, is there a cure? What can I do to help the score? I'm at a loss, I'm just not sure. What am I praying for? To see the light around the world and the people's love restored. Peace on earth, of this I'm sure.
Where do you go to find your answers? There is a place you haven't tried. Your search for love is taking chances. Have you ever thought to look inside? Where do you go to find your answers? There is a place you haven't tried. Your search for love is taking chances. Have you ever thought to look inside? You hold the key to find your answers. I am the door you have not tried. Never again taking chances. Open your heart and walk inside. Walk inside.
Thank you, everyone, for caring about my squeaky chair. I'm going to treat myself to a new chair. I cannot get to the internal mechanics of this chair, so I'm going to treat myself to a chair in the next day or so. Tonight's presentation is Epilogue, the beginning of the end. This is not about prophecy claiming that the end is near, the sky is falling. It's not what this is about. But the end is not near. The end is happening. The end of the old world. We're moving into 2020. And every year that we move into, it exponentiates. What is the it? Human expansion. Depending on what plateau you exist on. You are expanding further into non-change, and your grip is going to slip ever so much and ever so often and ever so. Or you're moving in, or you're moving into ever expanding bliss. That's really the choice you got. This is the prophecy. It's been the prophecy for a long time, whether you misinterpret it or not. This is the prophecy. Are you moving into ever-expanding bliss? I'm not saying that you're not trying. If you're trying and you have any blocks, more the reason to contact me for this 12-week course. I will throw you into the river. I want bliss for you. That's all I want for you. I want nothing from you. Actually, I do. I want bliss from you. I want to see you blissful. So I'm going to play a presentation shortly. First, I want to read a message I received from Jesus last year. From Yeshua, the Christ. As you continue to become conscious of yourself, me. Who is this me? This is me. Well, where am I pointing to? I'm pointing to Creator, because Creator lives within. The kingdom of God is within. As you become conscious of yourself, the shackles of fear, control, and anguish will fall from your ankles. The wounds, calluses, and scars, all self-created, with the hopes to protect, can now fade into healing. Here's the payoff. Soul expansion and divine conscious recall. In this marriage with the divine parent, you have creative freedom, power, and light. And the expression of these forces will propel God in you. Cultivate your divine soil, remove all weeds, and prepare a healthy garden for planting sacred seeds of love and light. This is the highest thing you can do for yourself and begins the process of your eternal liberation. We're approaching the new year. Let me acknowledge everyone who is here that I have not acknowledged. Carl Lapperouse, Gene Babin, Tanya says, can we be thrown into the river even if we're in bliss? I'll throw you into the blissful, conscious, ever-expanding river. Hello, Elodie Ann. Juan, hi. Priscilla Larpenter. Hey, Priscilla. I think Jack Brewer. Hey, buddy. Contact me, Jack. Jack is head of paranormal investigation. Jack, forgive me. The name flees me. Invited me to be a part of that as an intuitive. And I said, yes. David Yarborough. Peter Coyle. Heather Core. All right, let's keep moving. I missed somebody. I did miss somebody. I'm not going to, Nope, we're going to find you. I'm going to play you a video here shortly. Patrick Fortin and Lynn Smith. There you are. I'm going to play you a video now. Think about... Teresa Soto says, I healed myself from cancer. I watched her getting chemo and radiation the other day. And I was with her for an hour. Holding space. Was given less than 5 months to live. It is, she says, capital I-S, important to get rid of all the toxicity. That includes, most people think toxicity means intake of food. It does mean intake of food, which is manna, which is sustenance. Friends, family, job, religion, belief, anything that does not set your feet on a course to a transcendent consciousness is toxic. I don't write the rules or the laws. I just follow them. I would like you to ask yourself, what could be my New Year's resolution? Take the time, take a few breaths, 3 breaths. What could be my New Year's resolution? That's a wonderful idea. It's not enough. You're deeper than that. You deserve greater than that. So you take a greater breath with greater intention. Now I'm starting to understand. I'm feeling the energy move. I'm feeling my light, my being charged by breathing. God is breath, God is life. God breathed life into man. You don't breathe, you don't live. You don't have God, you separate from God, you don't live. It's impossible. You need breath, you need God, so they are synonymous. You breathe, you become alive. You breathe consciously and on purpose, you become living versus existing. And your third breath is, oh, wow, I really understand. You don't understand, you understand. And this video I'm about to play you is going to incorporate all of what you think your new resolution for the new year is, as well as true understanding. Not understanding, not the brain, but the heart brain. Hello, Mike Devaki. Mike Devaki. I'm going to hand you what I think your New Year's resolution really means. Whatever words you choose, here's your New Year's resolution. Be right back. I think that would be everyone's New Year's resolution. However you guise it, whatever coat of paint you put on it, whatever you want to do with it, that contains everyone's idea of a New Year's resolution. I have a very powerful program coming up here for you. I have another 2 videos. The last one I'm going to play is going to wow you. The last video I play is not about my thoughts on politics. It's not. It is about politics. But it's not about my thoughts on politics. I am not anti-politics. I'm not anti-anything. It's about revealing what is happening at this state of our human affairs, at our level of understanding what is happening in the world. I haven't followed this this rabbit into the hole as fully as I will, but it does sure seem like it's the truth. I'm not pro or anti Donald Trump, and I'm not concerned about what's going to transpire in this video. That is not about, they need to have their whatever coming. That's not what this is about. That's coming up shortly. And of course, YahNahVah will speak a little later. Excuse me. YahNahVah is speaking now, but I'm going to officially, to use the word, go inside and move out the way and let Spirit come through. So now I want to get on to the video with Sadhguru. Sadhguru means earthly saint. This talks about the brain, the mind, the wanter, and how it serves no purpose whatsoever. None whatsoever. The brain serves the purpose of keeping you alive and functioning as a biological entity. The mind is phenomenal. Yah, heart, will, God. Nah, the mind, intellect, discernment, and reason. Va, the backbone. But the Nah has a beneficial divine purpose. You can use it as a divine tool, or it will use you and make you a slave. How do I know that? Anytime you operate or choose thoughts from fear, you are being used as a tool. How does it make you feel when you hear that? How does it make you feel when you choose your life from fear? What happens? It doesn't go the way you planned because you've operated out of fear. You launched yourself from the platform of being unconscious. Unconsciousness always brings trouble. Consciousness breeds bliss. Consciousness breeds bliss. Unconsciousness always brings about trouble. Enjoy this beautiful presentation from this beautiful, illumined, God-realized man, Sadhguru. Be right back. After I play Sadhguru, I'm going to go into a Lavender Soul song, and then we're going to come back with more of the presentation. We'll get into the second video of what is happening, hence the title of this presentation, Epilogue, the beginning of the end. Stick around, and you will understand why I titled this Epilogue, the beginning of the end, with the video I'm going to play later. You're going to be wowed. Again, this is not about politics or good for those people. You'll see what I mean shortly. Enjoy this beautiful presentation. This beautiful presentation from Sadhguru. Beautiful Sadhguru. Welcome to the presentation, everyone. Ignore my squeaky chair. I'm going to get a new chair in the next day or so. Hello, Amy. Amy, while I'm thinking about it, you did send me a picture of the clouds asking me what I thought was in it. If you would maybe circle what I'm supposed to be looking for. I did send you a Facebook inbox message about that. Tanya says, wow, thank you for sharing. Yeah, we can either live in the brain, heart, mind, or we can live in the brain, nonsensical mind that tries to understand everything. How can we understand everything in the brain mind when the heart mind embodies creator, which is everything that can ever be understood? Amy also, yeah, instead of telling me what you think you saw, at least circle. Then we'll have that dialogue and you can tell me what you see. And then, of course, I'll be aha. Tonight's presentation is Epilogue, the beginning of the end. I want to read you some dialogue from my bestseller, The Divine Principle. And then I'm going to play the video about the change that the title of this presentation supports. Epilogue, the beginning of the end. My dialogue with Spirit for 8 years. Peace is, Spirit starts off, peace is a state of mind. Bliss is a state of heart. Heaven is a state of being. Spirit continues. Again, we go back to the basics. The kingdom of God cometh without observation. Neither shall they say, lo here or lo there. For behold, the kingdom of God is within. Luke 17:20-21. Scripture offers this message to one and all. Still many consider God to be a separate reality and never let themselves see the connection between us. Can you understand why people are not willing to change their thinking? Like you, most live with deeply rooted beliefs. The monkey mind, the reinforced from their past and past lives. More than likely, this explanation does not surprise you, because you know what it is taking for you to move through your own I am separate from God belief. But the fact remains, for the world to actually become the kingdom written about in this passage of Scripture, everyone must do the requisite spiritual work. The good news, which is happening now in the video I'm going to play in a moment, the good news is that the truth process has already begun. It is not difficult to find malfeasance of all kinds revealing itself. Governments are being exposed for what they do. Officials of some religious denominations now face challenges because they have chosen to sweep their clergymen's misdeeds under the rug. Schools are full of too little learning and too much violence. And the economy, well, it seems that many of the institutions that the world assumed were stable are showing some definite signs of breaking down. God continues, I tell you again that if humanity were in alignment with the divine will, it would not be in its present condition. But rest assured, this condition will be corrected early in the new millennium. This is now. My God, this is now. I wrote this in 1996. I vesseled this in 1996. That is when the entire world will, this is very important. Hear me, my cosmic brother and sister, because I love you. I'm creating this pause on purpose. Hear me. Via the divine principle, God says, pause, stop, Stop it all. Stop. Listen. Listen from here. I tell you again that if humanity were in alignment with the divine will consciously, it would not be in its present condition. But rest assured, this condition will be corrected early in the new millennium. That is when the entire world will find itself submerged in absolute God change. And here's the kicker. And that is when it will become mandatory. Let me say that again. And that is when it will become mandatory for everyone to question everything they believe to be true. As you all meditate upon the enigma of God, you will have no choice but to re-examine what you think to be divine. And I ask Spirit, what will help to restore divine order? When everyone efforts to replace their concepts of right and wrong with a deliberate intent to live peacefully at all costs. Wow! That alone will help the world to regain its equilibrium. The use of military might is not an option anymore. Just imagine what would happen if the world's citizens truly desired peace. That was with an exclamation point. Imagine the quiet that would blanket your minds, Sadhguru, and the globe if all the bickering stopped. It is so important you get out of politics. Because if you're anchored in politics, mired in it, your vibration will be so low. Let me rephrase that. Your vibration will be not meeting the mark of allowing the possibilities of your greatest possibility for your future. Hence, we are at 2019. 2019. 201. That's 3 and 9. That's 3. This is the year of the Trinity. And I ask Spirit. Let me go back. I'm looking for something in particular. The video I'm about to show you pertains to this. Once you decide to take full responsibility for creating your experience, you will be afraid of nothing. Your present, Spirit continues, your present legislative branch will collapse, and it will take years to rebuild it. It's happening now. Because of this restoration process, many old guard politicians will be forced out. Is that a true statement? It is. Your new lawmakers will not make law per se, but rather will introduce you to divine law and teach you how to fall into flow with it. Remember, 2, the establishment of divine order is commencing as I speak. That said, it will not do you any good to be angry or judgmental about what has happened or even what may happen. Do not harden your heart to the point that you do not trust any worthy ones who may enter the political arena. If you look to any of them with intention of finding fault, oh my God, listen to this. That will be your own fault. On the other hand, if you forgive both them and yourselves for whatever you perceive as your shortcomings, you will see that it is my intervention that enable you to select and accept new leadership and guidance. And I ask the question, what can we do to keep the bad things from happening? Spirit says, the clearer everyone gets, the more effective you will become at removing their parasitic energy, because you will be using your own God-given power to correct the seemingly irreversible damage they have done. Everyone must change from poverty thinking, the lack of anything, lack of peace, lack of money, lack of joy, to prosperity thinking. When that happens, you will each become a channel or vessel for abundance to return, radiate outward, and help heal the planet. Once everyone looks upon God as the infinite repository of wealth and wisdom, the world's spiritual resolution, and evolution will begin, and your lack will end. Now I'm going to play you the video that sparked, inspired this presentation. Again, for those who are just joining, this is not about shaming. If you heard what I just read from the Divine Principle, it's not about blaming the quote those or the quote they. It's not. I am not anti-political. I am not political. It doesn't mean I'm anti-political. I'm just not into it. I'm not asking anyone to punish the quote accuse. It's not what this is about. This is about humanity's freedom. But what you will see allude to is you and mine, is a beautiful possibility. I don't want you hurrah. I don't want you yay. I just want you to observe. That's all.
To show the deep state they've been put on notice, President Trump hands out indictments to guests at George H.W. Bush's funeral, and it was caught on video for all the world to see. Gitmo has been prepared. The military tribunals will soon begin, and justice will soon be served. The clock is ticking, and the truth is about to be unsealed. David Zublik here with Truth Unsealed, where you'll learn what they don't want you to know. We have breaking news. In one of our previous reports, we told you that military tribunals for deep state traitors who are trying to overthrow the Trump administration will begin in January of 2019. That Guantanamo Bay and several other strategic locations around the country have been prepared for these trials, which will begin in the new year. These trials will be secretive. They will not be open to the public. The mainstream media will not be allowed to cover them, and as a result, you will not hear much about these trials when they begin. Only select alternative media have been given access to these trials. We are one of those alternative media sources that will be providing you with complete coverage of the military tribunals beginning in January. We also told you that former President George Herbert Walker Bush, who died on November 30th, had pled guilty to the charges of violation of the RICO Act and human trafficking, and was executed on November 30th of 2018 in what he thought was a plea arrangement to protect his dignity and his reputation. Well, now it turns out that his reputation and what he did will be blown wide open for the entire world to be made aware of. In one of the most brilliant moves in American political history, President Donald Trump attended the funeral of George Herbert Walker Bush, despite the fact that many in the media were wondering why he would attend the funeral of a family member that he despised in the Bush clan, a person who had violated every precept of the Trump administration process to bring to justice those who would harm children, to put an end to human trafficking, which is something that the Bush family dynasty is famous for. Well, in the days subsequent to George Herbert Walker's death, President Trump praised Bush 41 multiple times, and then, in the words of many people, had the audacity to attend his funeral. People could not understand that. Well, believe me, Trump, who's a brilliant chess player, had a plan, a brilliant plan, a plan to expose the Bush family and other deep state attendees at George H.W. Bush's funeral and let them know that they have been officially put on notice that they are going to be tried for their crimes and that justice will finally be served. The truth is about to be unsealed.
It's happening. Again, I'm not anti-politics. Again, I'm not anti or pro-Trump. I am sharing with you that this dynamic, for our experience, the meek is happening. It's coming down the pike. This is 2019 we're moving into. And we're moving to 2020. And we're moving to 2021. And so forth and so on. And as we graduate through, check this out, very important. As we move down this line, this timeline, if you're such a one that is living in the plane of non-change, time, and it lasts forever, or are you one that is climbing the top of the mountain into the cosmic current? It is the only choice you got. Shit or get off the pot. You can live or live not. Because as Sadhguru said in his presentation, if you're living in the mind, you are already dead. Implying the mind can't go anywhere beyond its capacity to reason, to understand. The mind, as we know it, or as most humans know it, it's a garbage can. It's a garbage dump. It is everything that has been brought into our experience from the time we were born, that which we believe, that which we don't believe, this, that, just a bunch of noise. We are so beyond the noise. We gain our equilibrium when we become poised. I am living in that experience. Or you. And I hope to God you are. Or I'm hoping to God that you are trying your best. And if you're trying and can't get through a block, hence, contact me for my 12-week course. This is not a sales pitch. I don't need your money. I would like something from a return from you, that I can offer you something back that makes it so valuable for you that you take it within yourself to exponentiate your graduation to a place that you were born to experience, deserve, desire. Where is your life fire? Where is it? Is it out there being mired? Something you think you need to acquire, a relationship, a job, a loved one, this thing, that thing? Things are nice. I like things. I love things. I love things. I love being human. It's not who you are. And the longer you dwell in who you are not, again, what is your experience? Are you sitting there miserable, not even looking forward to the future because you're so miserable? Or are you moving towards your ever-expanding bliss? Going to take a short pause. Going to be right back. All you have simply is a choice.
Remember that all things are possible. You must choose to be accountable, responsible, enough to believe, and open your heart to receive.
Above and look at your life, and you see the life you live. Can you be surprised that it all turned out this way and not the way you planned? It's about what you know and what you understand. Choice, life's a choice. It's a choice. Your life is a choice. Choice, life's a choice. It's a choice. Your life is a choice. Learn to follow that inner voice inside. That's the one that's telling you not to run and hide. See what your life could be when you visualize. It's about what you choose that you'll realize. Choice, life's a choice. It's a choice. Your life is a choice. Choice, life's a choice. It's a choice. Your life is a choice. Now it's time for you to plan out your life. Seeing what you do by your own design. It's all up to you to make it can. It's of your own free will, what don't you understand? Choice, life's a choice. It's your choice. Your life is a choice. Choice, life's a choice. It's your choice. Your life is a choice. Choice, life's a choice. It's your choice. Your life is a choice. Choice, life's a choice. It's your choice. Make a choice.
Welcome, everyone. Newcomers, Linda, Jim, Joey. Hello, everybody. If I missed you, my apologies. We're going to move into our final segment. I'm going to go inside. YahNahVah, Soul, is going to speak. If you have any questions, comments you would like to pose now regarding directly to me that I may address, do that now. As I fall inside, I want some music. I love some beautiful music. I want some raw music, some energetic music, something that moves me from the core of my being. And this definitely does it. It's primal. We're all primal. So for those who are not familiar with what I do and why I do it and how I do it, I'm a spiritual teacher. My name is Keith Anthony Blanchard. I know that I am reincarnated as a divine illumined teacher. As to why I come back here now to be a bridge before I was... But now I'm a bridge to bring those as well as my own conscious self by doing presentations such as this to a higher level of vibration. It may sound strange to many people. What does that mean, Keith? A higher level of vibration. Everything is energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only transform itself into new other things. It's science. It's spiritual law. We exist forever. We've always existed. We exist now. And we will forever exist. My task as a reincarnated avatar is to impart to you that which makes you feel blissful. Creating a bridge, a link beyond what you can think to bring you to the brink of cosmic disclosure of the soul truth that you are. Keith steps aside, soul steps forward. YahNahVah. It has begun. YahNahVah, it has begun. Soon that will be changed to Om Sri YahNahVah Guru Dea Datta. What is YahNahVah? What does that mean, Keith? It's a very old language. In fact, it's not old language. It's the primordial language. Yah, heart, God, will. Nah, mind, intellect, discernment, reason. Reason meaning balanced reason. Va, backbone. Hence we are incarnated to be able to carry out the first two primordial aspects of who we are. Our primordial sacred self. God is the beginning, God is the end, the Alpha and the Omega. What does that make everything in the middle? The mind does not understand that, nor would it let you or allow you to entertain the possibility of that very truth. It doesn't like it because it shakes its very foundation. Your job is not to stomp out your ego. Your job is we go together, that I can still claim my individuality while I indulge in principality. That which is the truth, that which is the light. It's all light and all might. So live without fright if you choose, and delight in all that Spirit is offering to you on this night. The curve that the vessel has shown you just a bit ago and a few times during this presentation, and in all elation, you will find yourself in initiation, integration, and graduation. Is that something that sounds interesting to you, dear one? You may delight in it. You may tantalize the idea. Dear one, are you a fear one? Does what's being offered to you frighten you? It may. Don't delay, because in that you know the truth. You're just not sure of what to do with the fear that surrounds you as the new year compounds you and resounds all around you. As was said earlier and often through this vessel, the more you relax around your comfortably numb idea of being you, that which will happen all around you will begin to take a back seat. Glean all the information you can. It will help you to stand. And for a new plan, you will adjust as you must to fall into trust, to brush away all the rust and the dust that has kept you so pigeonholed and so down as you frown. And you look like that little man on that timeline, not looking forward to the future. But as you mend the rend, here's your suture. As you're being sewn up, being healed, being blessed, you must confess, not to spirit, but to yourself. Because in confessing to yourself, you are confessing to the all. Spirit is now going to lay a very juicy, powerful piece of spiritual information to you. What will you do with it? It is of no consequence, but it can be of great consequence in your favor as you flavor and savor the juicy nugget that's going to be imparted to you. Like it or not, shit or get off the pot, because in truth, it is always the only thing that you've got. Yes, praise your masters, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, Krishna, Nanak, Mother Teresa, whoever it is you follow. But will you forever remain a dabbler? Or do you want to be a soul traveler all the way back to your Creator, your Father, Mother, Lord, your Father, Mother, God? Now Spirit brings forth this juicy nugget for you to taste. And I'm making you wait on purpose. What could this be that will help me move into my, quote, new year, as you would call it? But my dear, there is no year, because that will help you to stall it. It's an ongoing of foreverness. You think because you close your eyes at night and you wake in the morning that you started a new day? Ha! This is such an illusion and delusion for you. So what is this nugget I am making you wait? Here it is. What besets you now in 2019, 2020, which will graduate faster and faster, 2021, which will graduate faster, faster, and faster, 2022, which will graduate faster, 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 and faster, so forth and so on down the line, not the timeline, because that's not the place you truly want to be in your consciousness. You want to be climbing the mountain to where when you finally atop it, effortlessly, you will find yourself being moved and pushed by the current. And that juicy piece of nugget wisdom is, when will you begin to worship literally, not figuratively, literally yourself? Does that scare you, dear one? Are you asking me, soul, should I put a picture on my altar and worship myself? You will never find God until you worship yourself. How can you worship the all of it all until you worship the small of the all? It is literally, physically, spiritually impossible. So the question becomes, are you willing to take not on, but in what people may call the impossible? Sounds blasphemic, doesn't it? Sure it does, because it bucks the current of everything you believe. Are you sure that what you believe is true? It may be true for you, but it is also overdue that you see the truth and not be so aloof of that which has been plaguing you and killing the fire of your spirit. Do you hear it? Ah, I think you do. You have paid your dues. Here is your new news. As you worship yourself, as you bow down to the essence of your own spirit, the truth of who you are that connects at the soul and what brings about your own existence, if you are miserable, or brings about your life if you are joyful. Jesus does not save your soul. Jesus does not save your soul. Buddha does not save your soul. None of these deities save your soul. The Lord helps those who help themselves. Are you helping yourself to be as the Christ, as the Buddha? Jesus has become a commodity. His life has become this farce. You praise Jesus, but do you dare walk his walk? That is when you're a true Christian. Do you follow the path and the footprints of Buddha? That is when you become a Buddhist. All of this has lost its meaning. It's lost its true meaning. And are you gleaning the truth that will carry you on the river of consciousness all the way back to your divine parent? It should be apparent for most, but it is not. Does your soul feel like it's beginning to rot? And there is a lot of you who feel this. You desire change and don't know what to do with it or how to find it. But yet you try to grind it 9 to 5 to grind out, to eke out a living. You are existing. You are not living. Your life is forgiving. Not only forgiving those who have wronged you, but your life is for the giving to others. To 2019 is not coming in a few days. It's here. As Spirit explained to you, you don't go to sleep and close your eyes and wake up to a new day. That is not the truth of it all. That is only looking at the small of what you think is happening. Because what you think is happening in the world isn't, and what you think isn't happening in the world is. And when you understand this, you will live in your bliss. Did you miss something? Here it is. What is coming down the pike for you in 2019 requires you to remove yourself of your comfortably numb life. If you don't, you will find nothing but strife. You, your children, and or your wife. Be prepared. Don't put your seatbelt on, take it off. You may cough and sigh and deny what you're hearing. But dear one, don't be too late to pick up your gate, to hurry up and wait 2019. The window is open, and Spirit is hoping that you find your balance. Because if you don't take up this cause in earnest very soon, you will find yourself living on what you think is something like the dark side of the moon. Lost. Your time is now. The window is open. The window is open. The window is open. For how much longer I cannot predict. But soul, you should know everything. Soul does not know everything, because this is your show, dear ones. It's your show. And on forever, as above, so below, it will go. It's all about the choice that you make. Give or take. And for goodness sake, make it a conscious one. YahNahVah. It is complete. I will be right back after this commercial break. Stick around. Happy holidays, my beautiful friends. I love you. Lavender Soul. Let me see what I'm going to play. I'm going to play this one. Again, I'm going to send this out to Melanie. She is my greatest Lavender Soul fan. I love her. I'm going to be right back with the closing. I appreciate you. I love you. Stick around.
She turned to me and told me life was not too easy unless you can let go. I lay surprised at the simpleness of her soul. Wasting away in a sea of uncertainty. She had stayed with me for days. I needed love in so many different ways. And as I watched, she floated through the room. And as I cried, she was there to dry them too. Hold me and don't let go. turned away. Her light was so blinding, the energy of her love. She said goodbye and turned into a dove. As I watched, she floated through the room. And as I cried, she was there to dry them too. Hold me and don't let go. Hold me, never leave. Hold me and don't let go. Hold me, never leave. Never leave. She turned to me, told me life was not too easy unless you can let go. Reveal to me the beauty of your soul.
Lavender Soul. We're working on a new album. Members of the Memphis Symphony Orchestra. I am so overwhelmed by the response I get when I do this work. Why am I alive? I'm alive to do this work. And I love the validation from you beautiful people. It so opens my heart to levels. It's not an ego stroke. It's not a joke. It's God speaking to me through you, saying, Keith, you're on the path. And it's God speaking through me to you, saying, whoever you are, you're on the path. We're in this together. And our endeavor will never fail. It will never pale. It will pale. What we're doing will pale in comparison. It will not pale in comparison to everything that everyone else is offering in this world as a quick fix. There are no tricks. For those who have recently said in this forum, Keith, I'm interested in your 12-week course. Please send me a Facebook inbox. Even though I asked you to send it here, my feeds move so fast. Send me a Facebook inbox. Keith, I'm interested in the course. Heaven on earth is happening. If you're not seeing it, again, where are you living? Are you living on the plane of non-change, or are you moving to the plane ever higher of the plane of ever expanding bliss? My spiritual Lord
सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा.
This is God on earth today. God on earth today. This is me serving my Master, my Lord. This is what heaven on earth looks like. And God on earth today, my Master I am serving. This is the power and the divine light, the punch that he packs. One moment. All right, so it's not going to happen. I'll do it maybe later when it comes up. So I'm going to close because y'all, check it out. No matter what, it's time for a change. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I love you beyond what you can imagine. Peace.
Surely as the rain may fall, I wonder why. Worried there'll come a time when my world is dry, oh so dry. In the summertime I won't have no water. It's a little bit harder to take. So how as I contemplate a billion stars, leaving my hands to fate. That's all I've got, all I've got. In the summertime, I won't have no water. It's a little bit harder to take.
Just a gentle reminder before I leave. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Keith, Christmas is over. Christmas is never over. Christmas is never over. The Christ Mass will never end. New Year's Eve, I'm going to be doing a presentation. Don't know the title just yet. Maybe there shouldn't be a title. That way we leave all possibilities open. But this presentation is going to come with a lot of bells and whistles for flash and bling bling. Because it's fun. But we're going to be moving into this new window that I've been talking about all night. And I'm going to amp it up. I'm going to step it up. I love you. Heaven on earth. This is what it looks like. Hopefully the video will engage with Swamiji, my spiritual teacher, my Lord. God on earth. Hopefully it'll work. This is what heaven on earth looks like. And it's happening now.
सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा ओम गम गणपतये नमः ओम गम श्रीं लक्ष्मी गणपतये नमः गुरुमध्ये स्थितं विश्वं विश्वमध्ये स्थितो गुरुः गुरुर्विश्वं न चान्योऽस्ति तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः विश्वश्रीनिवास गुरुदत्तं विश्वश्रीनिवास गुरुदत्तं विश्वऋषीश्वर हृदयनिवासं विश्वऋषीश्वर हृदयनिवासं विश्वश्रीनिवास गुरुदत्तम् अपुरूपं परमाद्भुतरूपम् अपुरूपं परमाद्भुतरूपम् अपुरूपं परमाद्भुतरूपम् आत्मानन्दं परमात्मस्वरूपम् आत्मा
Good night, everyone. I love you. Happy New Year. Happy New You. I believe in you. I love you.
Hanging on the wall of doubt until you walk by. Something happened inside my heart when you walk by. You know I never knew, Lord, what did I dream of? till you